Hi everybody, it's Bev at Bev's Creating with Love and Whimsy and on YouTube Creating with Bev. Thank you for coming by today to check out this tutorial. This is a tutorial for my kit Folio Special Day and wanted to get this on. I've had a few questions about it lately. If you've purchased this in my shop, this is just going to be a quick tutorial of how to put it together, decorate it a little bit, and then you can have as much fun with it as you want. Let me show you what's in the kit. This is the cover sheet. It makes a little folio card. One of the tags, the inside of the folio has a side tuck and a belly band. If you wish, you could also do little pockets, so it's totally up to you. And a couple more cards, and then there's lots of things in this kit to decorate with. These are the pockets, belly band pockets, tuck cards, journaling cards, that's the back. So they can be reversed either way. This is the folio itself to cut out. I've inked the lines to make it easier for you to see where to cut it. And that's the other side. And then this is the page of all the little ephemera pieces that you can cut out to layer. If you're familiar with me, you know that I love to layer. I love to make labels and tags and just layer, layer, layer. So you have way more here than you need. You can use them all or save them for something else. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is cut out my folio piece. And to make it easy, I'm going to grab my cutter and just do a quick cut on this. And this will be the base. This is an easy little quick project that you can make. You can add this to your journals, or it can also be a standalone ephemera piece that could be gifted just the way it is. Used like a little card to give as a gift. You could put gift cards in it. You could stash some money in there to give as a present at the holidays, birthdays, whatever. It just makes a really nice little presentation. So I'm going to get it out here, and then I'm going to ink. I like to ink, and I'm going to ink today with Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. I use a lot of vintage photos, so we're going to follow up with that today. I have some other colors that I'm using lately too, but this always works good for this folio. So let's get it inked. It just takes away all the little white cut pieces. I don't enjoy when that is shown. I don't know why. I just don't. So I like to. I'm glad that Tim Holtz started selling this because I use it almost every day. Not always vintage photo, but some type of distress ink almost every day. All right, so that's your folio base, and then you're just going to fold along the highlighted areas. So if you want to use a scoreboard, you can. I'm just going to use my fingers and get up to that line, bring it over here, line it up with the top and the bottom, and give it a good, yep, I double checked myself. Give it a good crease. If you'd rather score it first so you don't have to think about it, that works too. But I do have the top and the bottom lined up, and that's the most important part. I'm going to fold this one up also, bring that in, and fold that up as the side tuck. Now, this is double-sided. If you want this to be your outside, fold it that way. It's cute. So there's no rules in this. I'm just going to fold it this way. Nice and creased. I'm going to get my bone folder because this is cardstock. I made this kit with 65-pound cardstock, so it does need a little bit of training to get that to hold down. Okay, so I'm going to leave this picture out so you can see. This is the base of my folio. This will be the front. Open it. Have that little pocket there, side tuck. Put a belly band here. If you wanted to do it like this, decorating it this way, open it here, belly band, and a little bottom pocket. So really just anything you want to do. this is the way that I originally designed it, so I'm going to keep it that way this time just so I can follow the pictures. Start by gluing those two sides down, and I'll have my bottom pocket. So I'm just going to put, I'm using art glitter glue today. It's been my recent glue of choice, but I will warn you that it dries very quickly, so put it down in the right place or you might not be able to get it up. And if you want to, you could have cut out a little notch there, a little thumb notch. I can probably still get my notcher in there. Let's see, it's not glued. Well, it didn't stick yet, so let's go ahead and do it. Try to get in the middle and get back down that glue. Okay, that just makes it easier to know it's a pocket, I guess. Not necessary, but an added little touch. Okay, so that's my bottom. I'm going to make a journaling card that fits in there. Up here, we're going to do the belly band. So let's start cutting out these pieces. This is the back, and on the other side, you can see all the places to cut out. Actually, it's not really the back, it's kind of the front, but you can make it what you want. So I'm going to cut these out with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut them square and not fuss about those corners and use my corner rounder. If you don't have a corner rounder, you can follow the design and round the corners with your scissors. But I'm going to use my corner rounder because it's here and it's quick and it's easy. So this is a journaling card I'm cutting out. This is all Trisha's pretty paper that I copied onto 65-pound cardstock, but it is some of her hand-dyed paper design, so it's really pretty. And I like copying it onto cardstock. It just makes for really nice journaling cards. And after I get this one out, I'll show you what I mean by how I cut them. They were designed with the corners already rounded for you to cut out, but I'm just going to use my corner rounder and do it the easy way instead of, I'm not a good fussy cutter. When it comes to rounds, I can fussy cut, but precise rounds are not my best thing to fussy cut. So let's just go ahead and fussy cut this all out. This is my belly band. And then we're going to ink it again. And remember, you don't have to use this for a belly band. You can use it for a little side tuck, or you can not use it at all. These pieces are just here for examples in the kit to show you the possibilities. And when I designed this, I designed it with that little wonky curve that I like to do. So you're welcome to take and just cut that straight off like a corner tuck if you don't like the wavy. I like wavy. I like wonky. I like whimsical. That's Creating with Love and Whimsy. So I'm going to cut this one off straight too. This is another journaling card. And we'll be ready to glue it together. This kit goes together really quickly. It depends on how much decorating you want to do. And I love to decorate. There's extra pieces here too, you guys. If you want to do another side tuck, another tag, another belly band, or save it for something, there's extra pieces. Okay, let's put the front pocket on. So you'll see from the picture of the finished product when I made it the original, I took that little wonky pocket cut and I put it on the front. Now you can see I put it on the dotted side like that, so you can see the difference. If you didn't want that, you could always put it on and have the matchy-matchy. I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. Get my vintage photo and give it some distressing. And then I want it to open like this. So I'm going to put my pocket like that so that it will open that way. If you want it to open like this, you would do your pocket like that. Totally up to you. So I'm going to glue there and there. Or wait a minute, I'm backwards. I want it to open this way. So yes, let me glue this way so I can see what I'm doing. Do this just along the edge of the straight sides, not the curvy side. And I'm going to put it down right on the corner. And that's going to be our front pocket. And there'll be a card to go in there. Probably like that one. We got to decorate it up first, but we'll see. So that's that. And then when I open it, this is where I put my belly band on my prototype, like so. I think I'm going to do it like that with the floral showing and have a belly band tuck across the top. So let's ink that. I hope you guys that are using these kits are enjoying them. You can always take this and design it yourself with your own papers. Make it any way you want. It's very simple. The only thing you would have to do, if you made your bases out of other paper, just find ephemera to decorate with. Cut out magazine pages from some of your magazines or books, or get some scrapbook paper and draw some designs and cut out some flowers. Just have fun with it. All right, so I got my belly band, I've got my pocket, and I've got my pocket on front, my belly band in my pocket. So those are all my tuck spots. Now let's do some decorating on things to put in the pockets. So that one's ready. See how I had those marked for you to cut that white off? I'm going to use my corner rounder punch, and do it the easy peasy way. And this one too. And you don't have to round your corners if you don't want to. You just cut that white part off and have square cards. It's all up to you. Let's ink this up. I loved this paper so much. That's why I used it. I love the print, and I loved the line paper that she had. So I copied it, scanned it in, and put it front and back. And I think it turned out so sweet. It's just a nice, soft, I call it peachy pink. It's pink, but it has a peachy tint to it. So I call it peachy pink. You could do these. I'm going to make a kit coming up shortly with a Christmas folio, because I'm getting ready to do all my Christmas stuff. So I'll probably do something very similar, but with Christmas, so you can be on the lookout for that. All right, now to decorate, put that out of the way. We're going to cut out all these ephemera pieces. And there's little tickets here. There's little squares. Like I said, if you're not into the layering and all the decorations, you got journaling cards right there. You can just put your journaling cards in and say it's a done deal. But to me, this is the fun part. I love to decorate. I love to do ephemera. This flower, I'm just going to do a rough fussy cut using my paper and not my scissors. Just a really rough fussy cut. I'll ink around it, because I'll probably layer this on top of something else too. And if you don't get it right, nobody's going to know that except you. I left some green there. You would have never known had I not told on myself. So there's a flower. Let's get this little 6-sided tag out. This takes the longest part of anything to cut out the ephemera pieces. So if you're not a fussy cutter, this might be a good project to give to one of the kids or the grandkids, or your friend who likes to craft with you and loves to fussy cut. But I like to do it. I like it. I wouldn't want to fussy cut all day, every day, but I like to fussy cut. I like to do it in front of the TV when I'm not really thinking about anything else, just kind of, relaxing. I don't really watch much TV, so it's on, but I'm not really watching it, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of pieces here to cut out. I could have done this ahead of time, but that would have taken all the fun out of watching me put this kit together. But you can see all kinds of ephemera here. Tickets and flowers and butterflies. And I'm going to get my little circle punch to get that because I am terrible at fussy cutting circles. I confess that to you right now. My circle fussy cutting leaves a lot to be desired. And this stamp, I'm not going to worry about the stamp crinkles. I'm going to cut them off, actually. But if you want to take time to cut all those little points out, go for it. I'm just going to cut them off. And again, if I hadn't told you, you wouldn't even have known. Do that. I like to have numbers on my labels. I like to have words on my labels. So I gave you a little bit of everything. You could make it your own. You could use your own ephemera pieces if you have special words you like. Like maybe you have your word of the year that you like to use and you've got it. Pull it out and put it in on one of your tags or ephemera pieces. Always make it your own. But I will tell you right now, there's going to be way more here than we're going to use, and way more than we're going to use probably in this kit. So you'll have extra ephemera pieces to use for another piece. In fact, I'll probably only use one of those quarter pieces. And this is the last one, I think. Oh no, I still got those three. This is the last one on this side. We could stop and decorate, but I'd rather get them all cut out and have my choices when I go to layer. And you can see them all coming down below where I'm throwing them out here, all these little pieces. Just tons of ephemera. Here's a word special day. That's why I called it the special day folio, because this was in there and I thought it fitting that that would be the name for the kit. Special day folio. Just going to give that a little fussy cut. And we got this ticket stub. I think it's a ticket stub. And these aren't double-sided because these are going to get glued down. So this piece, the other pieces were double-sided. This one's just regular cardstock on the back because all of this gets glued down. The butterfly. See how I just turned my scissors, or my paper, not my scissors? Makes the fussy cutting a little bit easier. And let me get this little circle with my teeny tiny circle punch. Okay. Yep. Get out of there. All right. So my fussy cutting is done. Get this out of the way. And let's see what we're going to do. We got 3 tags. We probably want to do some decorations here. Maybe a little bit on the pockets. I'll show you kind of what I did already. In fact, we'll kind of copy it just to make it easier. The biggest tag is the one that goes down in here. And we'll start with that one. And in my example, you can only see part of it, but I know I used the flower. Let's get some ink out. And I used some words, so let's maybe do, let's see what we got. Let's do this one. I think this is the one I used. I can see the 11 on the example. So that was there. That was there. And I always do usually 3 or 5 or 7. So I need something else to go there. And I'm thinking maybe just this dot. And it will cover up where they kind of connect there so you won't see the loose edges. So let's do that on this one. And get my glue, and this piece will glue down first, this will glue down second, and that will glue down last. So I'm going to get this glued down. Right about there. Okay, and then the flower on top. Did I ink that? I don't think I inked. Maybe I did. Yeah, I think I did. Get that flower down. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, you guys. Make it your own. I say that over and over, but I do mean it. Put that down there. So that would be the journaling card that would go into my big pocket down here. I want it to dry a little bit so that it doesn't get stuck in the pocket. So I'm going to let it dry a little bit before we put it in there all the way. And on this one, you can see that I used the little love tag. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to cut these edges off. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4. I could have rounded the corners, but it's a rectangular little piece. I'm going to keep it that way. And I'm going to put that right there. I could layer more if I wanted to. Let's see. Try and see what I did on the other one so that, see, I did them a little bit different on the other one. I used that out front, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to wait to add any more to that and just put that down in the corner, because that might just do it. Like so. And then on the belly band up here, what I did on the original one was I used that piece and I used my number 3 underneath, layered that down like that. You could also use book page if you have any book page at home. I love to use book page. So I'm going to put the number 3 down first. So you can see I'm kind of copying what I did the first time. But, you know, take the pieces and make them what you want to make them. I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to put this on top. Like, I sure I got my writing going the right way. Yep. Right like that. And when you layer, you're covering up other pieces, and that's the whole object of it. All right, so we're going to want something to go under there, like probably that one. So on this one, I know I can see the red, so I know I used the red, like so. I know I used the little butterfly. And I can see I used this one. So let's do it. Let's do it again. It turned out cute the first time. So I want my writing to be in the right direction. My glasses would probably help, but that would mean I would have to put them on, right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put that down at the bottom of my tag, like so. And then I think I'm going to do this a little bit different. I think I'm going to layer this over here on the side. It has that little slit in it. Can you see the little slit in that ticket? I'm going to cut that little slit out. use my X-Acto knife. And I'm just going to cut that little slit out of there. Make it look like a drop spot. I really don't know what it's supposed to be, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put that down right about there. And I think I'm going to tuck my little butterfly wing into that tuck spot like so. I think that's cute. So let's do that. And put that on top. Last time I put it up by itself, but I'm going to put it down here to have the 3 layers together. Like so. And that would slide under here. I like that. This is probably dry enough now to go in here. Yep. So that leaves the front pocket. And this is what I did to the front pocket the first time. I've already used some of that on the inside. So we're going to make it a little bit different. And I'm going to go with, let's see. I'm going to go with this. Maybe over here. And let's see. I still need to do that one. Maybe that right there. Let's see. I think I want to use, see, this is going to be the card that tucks in here, so I want to see that special day on that one. I think those are going to go in there, so let's see what I want to use here. Maybe like so, and so, maybe like that. Let's ink it and see what it looks like. And then this will be done. Comes together pretty fast, you guys. Comes together pretty fast. I'm going to put this on the bottom, kind of in the corner. Whoops, get the writing in the right direction. It says May 1929. Wonder what happened that day. And I think I like that. Let's ink it up. Like so. So this kit, if you don't already have it, is in the shop. And I'll put the website address in the comments of this if you're interested in going over there and picking one up. Let's see, get this inked up a little bit to get that white off. This kit actually is a $5 kit. And everything that you've seen me use today, except for the ink and the glue, is inside the kit. So they're kind of fun if you're traveling and you want to take a little craft with you. You don't have to think about it. You got the whole kit ready to go. The whole kit and caboodle, as they say. Yay, I just thought of that. I'm going to do that. So you can see I love to layer. So that would be the front. And this is going to be the tag that goes inside. And I like it like this, so we're just going to do it. And if I glue this down and leave this open, I can slide this little stamp inside. So I'm going to glue it down there and there. Just maybe a little bit on top, not much, mostly on the side and the bottom. Let's see how that works. We might have to add more. Right there. And I think that, yeah, that left an opening. So I'm going to put, I don't even think I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to use this. And I'm going to bring it, the flat edge, I'm going to bring it all the way over to the other side of my ticket. I'm not going to round those. I'm going to bring the flat side over there, like about there. And then I'm going to just slide that ticket in there and have it loose to come out if it wants to. You know, if you didn't want it that way, you could glue it down, but I think I want it that way. So let's see, all the way to the edge. Line those straight edges up. Special day. And that would just slide right in there. And that would slide in my pocket. And I've still got this, and I've still got this, but I don't think I need them. So I would actually, yeah, I mean, you know what? If you don't need it, you don't need it. That's why I like to give extra pieces. I might do that and put both of these up there so you'd have two little tickets in there to play with. And that's just going to slide right in there. And that's the special day folio in a nutshell. You've got your two little tickets I put in there. You layered your special day. Got some layering right here. Inside belly band and your card. And your bottom pocket and your journaling card there. And it's nice because it's got lines on it. It's all ready to journal on, add a picture, whatever you want to do. So that's a special day folio kit. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And I'll see you next time with another one. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll talk later. Thank you. Bye-bye.